everybody, my name is Mangrove Jane, also known as Groves, and I am doing a video today to chat to you about this thing that my friend did. Now, sometimes my friends put up with a lot from me, and I have to say, my friend Wavy Haller, who you might know as the guy behind Consignment Furniture, puts up with more than most. I first met Wavy when I went to buy a model of DNA he had made for an event for 99 Linden, but the vendor didn't actually work. At the time, Alicia had suggested that we teleport to Consignment, which I hadn't known about. That was a completely new store for me at that moment, and she just said to see if there was one there. And there was, but I wasn't willing to pay full price for it because apparently I'm also stingy and love a bargain. So once again, on Alicia's urging, I sent Wavy a note card explaining to him and asking if I could buy it off him for the event price. And Wavy actually sent me that DNA for free, which started a Linden war like no other that still rages to this day when I try to give him the 99 Linden and he gives it back to me, and both of us are equally insulted at the other's stubbornness. Then there was the time he found out that I liked one of his pieces of furniture, and he bribed Alicia to tell him what it was, and the next thing I know, it lands in my inventory. He wouldn't take any money for that either, which, once again, a severe stubborn streak made me indignant enough to, rip it apart and make Alicia help me set up and take a photo of us pushing it off a bridge. I accompanied that with an anti-ad on my blog because it amused me so. I remember Wavy telling me, "I want to be mad at you, but that picture is glorious." And the ad made him laugh, so our weird and screwy friendship continued. Another time he gave me a pack of motorcycles he'd made because I really liked vehicles and I was going to play the gacha for them. And once again, a steadfast refusal to take money for them led to this, which I consider to be a great way to tell a story, and it is still to this day one of the favourite things I've done. I had a ridiculous amount of fun setting up for each of the photos and telling the story in this anti-ad. So, yeah, I haven't even mentioned the yelling, the name-calling, and the general jerkiness that tends to define our friendship, but there's a lot of that on both sides, done with an almost aggressive fondness and a fierce amusement. Recently though, we were chatting and I was talking about a library I wanted for my house, and the next thing I know, the darn thing lands in my inventory. I considered doing another anti-ad, but on reflection I decided to do something Wavy is going to find even more startling and give you my honest opinion of it. So, let's start on that, shall we? Firstly, when you get the consignment box and open it, this is the enormous folder you will be confronted with. One of the things Wavy is great at is making these modular kits. If you have seen the consignment kitchen, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because you're probably still using it even though you've changed houses multiple times. Its modular nature, customization possibilities, and beautiful design make it really appealing to a wide variety of styles. And the same can be said of this library. The flexible design of this library is one of its strengths. For a start, you get a frightening 23 pieces. Now, just stay with me and I'll show you what each one is. Now, the first pieces we have are the two corner pieces. There's corner 1 and corner 1-1, and they are 2 land impact each, and I'm not quite sure what the differences are, but you can maybe figure that out yourself. The next set are the double bookcases, and we have the double bookcases with the doors, which are 3 land impact, the double bookcase with no doors, which is 1 land impact, the single bookcase, which is 2 land impact, and the single bookcase with no door, which is 1 land impact. Now, there are 2 sets of book inserts that go into these ones. Book insert number 8 belongs in the double bookcases with the cupboards underneath them, and book insert number 9 belongs in the single bookcases with the cupboards underneath them. So the next set is the long bookcases, and the long bookcases are 3 land impact for the ones with the doors. Book insert number 10 is meant to go in the long book bookcase. It is 3-land impact for that book insert. Long bookcase with no door is 1-land impact. The single long bookcase is 2-land impact. The book insert that is meant to go in the single long bookcase is number 11, and it is 1-land impact. Then the single long bookcase with no door is also 1-land impact. All the other book inserts, that is 1 to 7, are 1-land impact each and belong wherever you want to place them. They're just shorter stacks of the same books, just in different groupings. So, just shove them in wherever you want them. I love these inserts so much. Alicia was actually the brainchild of a lot of these titles, and every time I look at them, they amuse me. Sometimes I like to just cam all around them and try to see the front or the back cover, or just sit there and read all the titles that Wavy and Alicia have come up with. Also included is the occlusion bake as a texture, which you can export out into Photoshop or GIMP to make your own book covers, to import back into SL to texture the book stacks that Wavy's included in the packages that you get. And this pack also comes with a texture change HUD, which changes the color of the cabinets to any of 6 different choices. Now, Wavy told me that these aren't really tintable, but psh, I totally went ahead and tinted them anyway, as you can see here. It's just that you can't separately tint the handles as they're connected to a face the frames are on. But, if that is going to stop some of us, right? But, if that annoys you, feel free to drop him a note card and complain about it at any time. You can use just one of these bookcases on its own, or you can connect them together to form a library suited to just about any house. The many different pieces will let you fit this into the space you have, and if you need even more flexibility, it's all modifiable, so you can easily edit bits with very little effort. When I put my bits together, I often use the align tool, but be aware that it won't always work the way you expect it to, and it is best used for items of the same size and straight shape. Mostly though, I just eyeball things and try to line them up as best I can. Despite the fact that it is named after me and made by someone I know, I genuinely like this bookcase. I would have bought this bookcase. The only complaint I have is a small one. I would have liked a half-size bookcase as well for places like underneath windows. Other than that though, I like it. It is well designed and thought about, and a piece that will probably stay with me through many changes of house. If you would like your own consignment bookcase, it is out now at Famished, which runs through until the 27th of April. For a bargain $585 Linden, I will leave the link down below. After that, I'm sure you'll be able to purchase it at the Consignment in World store. So that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this little product spot. Let me know if you'd like to see me do a regular product of the month video on this channel in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and while you are there, punch the bell as well, which will give you notifications of any new videos I release, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching everyone. Have a good one. Bye.